does everybody have a good side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally about to ask that too.
Like,
Yeah.
and how do you find somebody's good side, or like, is it somebody maybe some people don't have a good side, but they're like just down the middle is where they're at? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you kind of have to like suss everyone's, you know, physique out, you know, as you're going through everything. And, you know, sometimes people will tell you they know. And like, it's amazing. Like how we're sitting here right now, like we wouldn't be talking about like our appearance or, you know, like our own insecurities and stuff. But like when the camera comes out and it's just you one-on-one with somebody else, like you'd be surprised at like what people tell you about themselves or what they, you know, don't say indirectly, you know, but like, oh, I like this side of my face, or I have a scar, or I have like, you know, a lazy eye or whatever. Like they just start saying it. And sometimes I might like pick up on that. Like, okay, I can see there's a little bit of an eye difference, or I can see that, you know, you've had a scar on your face, or maybe you've got, you know, some makeup that's hiding a blemish or something. Like, so we talk about that. And then I look at like, which side is going to be better for them. And then I'll show them, and I'll put two pictures up side by side so they can see that like, this is what I'm seeing here and here. And I want to get their feel. I want to get their input on it. Most of the time we're in agreement on it, and only a couple times when we're not, it's fine that we don't have to agree on it. But I can always say like, hey, this side's going to serve you better, and here's why. So we'll talk about that. Like, hey, this is your hair part. This is, you know, one eye's bigger than the other. You know, maybe this angle of your jawline looks just a little bit better here, or it could just come down to a preference too. But I like to show people that so they can see. That way, at least when they leave the studio and they get in front of a camera later,
They
like,
always know.
exactly.
Yeah,
they always know what to do from then on out. So.
Because when I took a photo for this like magazine cover, I was so awkward, and the photographer wasn't really like into it. You know what I mean? So
you're talking about when you were on the cover?
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, like I don't know, I just felt super awkward. But then I've heard like people doing photo shoots with people like, you know, top level headshot, and their direction is just makes them feel so comfortable. They're like, I didn't even know I could model like that.
Yeah.
Because of the direction was so good, and the person just made them feel so comfortable.
Yep.
Because like the one thing when you guys are doing headshots, do you more try to get them to laugh, or because like how do you get that not so stiff? Because I'm stiff, you know what I mean? So how do you get them loose when they're like just a regular Joe Schmo like me, not a model?
I just keep them occupied with anything but the camera. I mean,
Just give them a couple shots.
yeah. I mean, I do have alcohol in the studio, so if somebody wants to have a drink, that's
Sometimes
fine.
that works for people. Sometimes that's all they need is just.
I would do that, but I turn red, so
Yeah.
I can't do that.
But I mean, really, it's just making them feel comfortable. You know, you're developing a rapport, you're building a connection. So, you know, it always starts off, you know, usually like, hey, how's your day going? And like you go through some of the small talk, but then you got to find that connection that you can build with somebody like right away. And the faster you can do that, the more at ease they're going to be. And when they're at ease and relaxed, that's when the magic happens. So if somebody's like tensed up like the whole time, it's going to show. So,
Oh, it shows.
but it's not even for like, you know, people that are not used to being in front of the camera. Like I've worked with a lot of models that are used to being in front of the camera.
It's just maybe they had a crazy day or something.
Yeah.
Or a week.
It can be, you know, what's going on in the day. It can be like what's going on in their head. Like maybe they're thinking about like a sick family member or what. You know, you just don't know. You just have to be able to feel it out of like, hey, like let's focus on, you know, having a good time here. Really.